and welcome to your virtual art class. For those that don't remember, my name is Miss Krista. I'm your art teacher. And today we're going to learn something new. Thank you for sending me all of your sketchbook covers and back covers. I've loved seeing them come in. Next week, we'll start talking about what happens on the inside of our sketchbook. But today, we're going to start with something new, our Square One Art Project. And I'm going to introduce you to a new artist. Anyway, the first thing I'd like to start with is our mantra. Remember, our mantra is something that helps us get ready to do something. It could be something that's really difficult, or something we need a lot of concentration, or just something that we want to do. We want to make sure that we're nice and focused. So here we go. Are you ready? Repeat after me. I am an artist. I create with my hands. I create with my heart. I create with my head. I can create anything. All right, so let's get started. Excuse me. Yes? Are you forgetting something? Oh, friends, this is our new friend. Her name is Sammy Witch. Yeah, I really love art. I love the art of making sandwiches, and I love the art of making clay and many, many other things. Cool. Well, have you met our other friend? I don't think so. Excuse me, who is this? My name is Sammy Witch. Were you not listening, Marcel? Well, I was taking a nap. Yeah, well, looks like Sammy Witch is filled with a bunch of baloney. Excuse me? I'm a vegetarian. I only have tomato, cheese, lettuce, and pickles. Oh, okay. Well, friends, let's get started. Let's learn about Paul Klee. Maybe these guys will be able to help us. What I'm going to do is share my screen with you so that we can see some of Paul Klee's artwork and learn about his life a little bit. So, it always takes me a minute to get this started, and I'm sorry for that, but we will see how it goes. I hope you all have been having a very good day. And maybe it will work. Doesn't seem to be coming up. Sorry about that. We are all learning here, particularly me. And that is, oh, here we go. It is A-OK. All right, here we go. Here is Paul Klee. Here he is with his cat, and in a moment, that's going to be really, really important to us. So, there is Paul Klee and his cat. He was born a long time ago, 1879, very long time ago. He was an artist and an art teacher, and his father was actually a music teacher, just like Miss Songbird, and he loved to play music. Paul Klee did, and he played the violin. He was from Switzerland. If you look at this map, you can see where the tiny country of Switzerland is. It's way over here in Europe. Here, friends, is North Carolina, right here. So you have to see, you either have to take a boat or you have to fly all the way across the Atlantic Ocean in order to get to Switzerland. When he was a kid, he loved to draw, and he did a lot of drawing in his school books, which I don't necessarily recommend for you, but it's what he did. He went to art school in Germany, which is very, very close to Switzerland. These, friends, are some of his artworks. What do you notice about these artworks? You may have seen them before. take a minute and think about what you see in the artworks. Think about the colors, the shapes, the textures you might see. Just take a moment and think and look. And when you notice some things, whisper them to yourself. Or if you're sitting next to someone, you can talk to them about it. What do you notice about this cat? Do you remember the picture I showed you in the beginning that had the cat sitting on Paul Clay's shoulder? Well, I think he might have been a real cat lover. What do you think? But what do you notice about the shapes and the colors in this artwork? What do you think this bird is doing up here? Look at the shape of the nose. What shape is that? Look at how big the eyes are in the cat. What do you think about that? Anyway, you could, again, whisper the things that you find interesting about this artwork to yourself or to the person that might be sitting next to you. So friends, we are going to create our own version of Paul Clay's cat for our Square One Art project. So remember the other day when I talked to you about learning targets? Well, our first learning target is that we are going to use a variety of materials to create an artwork that's inspired by Paul Clay's cats. The second learning target is that we can use geometric shapes to create a cat in Paul Clay's style. So let's get started. We are going to draw together. Now you may have noticed the last time when we unpacked our art supply bags that there were two pieces of paper. So what I want you to do now is get out those papers. And like I said before, they might be a little bit curly, and that's okay. There's no reason to worry about that. But this is what they look like. Now there's two pieces of paper in there because you can make a decision. You can decide just to draw directly on this paper. We're going to be adding some water to this and some watercolor later next week. So you may decide that you want to do it on this paper. And that is no problem because then I can just glue it on. All right, here we go. So for this part of the project, I have my stuff in my box, remember? I'm keeping myself organized. So I'm going to take out my pencil. And I've already taken out my eraser. That's the only thing you need right now for this part of the project. Now I'm going to try to get in real close here. Oh, that might be a little bit too close. Here we go. We'll get it figured out. Anyway, so here's my paper. Now just bending this way, I always think it's much easier for me to hold it like this. All right? So what I'm going to do, the first thing, is I'm going to draw a border around my paper. Now, friends, I don't want a really big border because the border is just something we're going to decorate later. It's important, but it's not super important. When I draw it, I want to make sure that I'm not going to draw really, really dark. I'm going to show you on this side, like if you draw it really, really dark and you want to try to erase that, it's difficult. So I have a little saying, draw light until it's just right. Now Now I'm going to draw a little darker just so that you can see it. But I want to encourage you to just kind of tickle on the paper when you're drawing. So here's my border. You know what? And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm making a straight line border. You could also make it wavy if you wanted to. You could make it zigzaggy if you wanted to. And I'll show you that real quick on the other side. So I could make it wavy, but I want to be careful that I don't make it really wavy. I could make it zigzaggy, and once again, I want to make sure that it's not too zigzaggy. Or you can combine all of those. It's whatever you'd like to do. So here's my border, okay? The next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a backwards letter J. I'm going to start up here in the very top corner. I'm about 2 inches or so from the top of my paper, and I'm pretty close to the edge of my border. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw a backwards letter J. This also ends up looking like a big W. I'm going to go over that again so you can see it, friends. Sorry, I didn't realize I had drawn it so light. See? Can you see that? So there's a letter J. Now, I'm going to start up here on the other side, and I'm going to draw a regular letter J. I'll go down, 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 and there it is. So your lines might look a little bit wiggly. They might look a little, coming in from another direction. But your goal here is to make 2 big letter J's, one the right way and one backwards. There we go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start here at the very top, and I'm going to make something like a raindrop. And I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to connect it so it goes here, just like that. So I start here. You can see I'm just going to arc, and I'm going to end right here. So I'm going to go, go, go. And notice I'm drawing really dark, but you should be drawing light if you can. Now I find it easier, friend, because we want them to overlap. I find it easier to start here and come over up to the tippity top, just like that. So I have 2 raindrops. You know what they also look like? They also look like a letter D, don't they? A capital letter D. Anyway, they're overlapping here in the middle, and that's important to have. I'm going to start here where they've connected, and I'm going to draw the lines for the eyes. I'm going to draw really big eyes. If you're going to Paul Place cat's eyes, they are really big. So I'm going to draw a nice curved line here. Now look, this is what kind of shape almost? It's almost like a triangle, isn't it? And I'm going to draw another line, just like that. And there's one cat eye. It almost looks like a leaf shape, doesn't it? I'm going to start over here and do the same thing. There's one line. And you know what? I'm noticing that this eye is going to be a little bit bigger. Do you think that's okay? Oh, of course it is. All right. And here is my other eye. Excuse me? But what I'm noticing right now is that those eyes are just like my eyes. Look, same shape. Cat's got Marcel eyes. Lucky cat. Ah. Thank you, Marcel, for that little bit of information. Now I'm going to make the pupils. I'm going to start here at the very top, and then I'm going to make a curved line going that way. And look, it almost looks like another triangle again. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Just like that. I'm going to do my pupils right over here. And just like with the cat, the human's pupils are the black part in your eye, and the cat, their pupils are also the black part of their eye. So I've got two eyes now. Now here's the fun part, friends. We have a nose that we have to make, and we have to kind of make it into a heart shape. Now some of us might feel like, oh, I don't really want to know how to make a heart. But you know what? The cool thing is that all we have to do is make a little letter N here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on one side of where these overlap, and I'm going to make a little M. And look at what happened. I made a heart. Oh, I just love hearts. Thank you so much, Sammy. Oh, it looks so great, Miss Krista. I just love cats, and I love hearts. All right, thank you. The next part we want to do is really difficult. We want to make the mouth. There you go, just like that. A little curved line. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what is going on in the mouth. Is the cat's tongue sticking out? Am I going to make the cat with like really sharp teeth? What am I going to do here? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my cat's tongue sticking out. And it's going to look like that. I also need to make the whiskers. Did you know a cat uses its whiskers to figure out if it can fit into his face? Well, here we go. I'm going to make 1, 2, 3 whiskers on this side, and 1, 2, 3 whiskers on that side. Then I'm going to kind of make the cat's body by just doing 2 on his neck, just by making 2 straight lines, just like that. All right. Finally, what I'm going to do is you may have noticed the bird on Paul Clay's cat's head. Now, I think that he made that bird there because the cat was thinking about a bird. And the reason I think that is because the bird was sitting so close to the top of the cat's head, where the cat's brain is. And we use our brain to think. So I want you to think about maybe what a cat could think about. My cat is going to think about ice cream. I think this cat would really love some ice cream. So what I'm going to do is draw an ice cream cone here. Wait, what about a sandwich? Couldn't you draw a sandwich? Yes, Sammy, you could draw a sandwich. Okay, just one. You can draw whatever you think the cat would be thinking about. So here I go. I want to make sure I make this thing, whatever it is, pretty big, so that it's going to be easier to color later on. So I'm going to start with the ice cream part of my ice cream cone, just like that. It kind of looks like a cloud. And I notice I have to draw that a little darker. An ice cream cone, I know, kind of looks like a triangle, doesn't it? And just to add a little bit of extra detail, you know what I'm going to put on my ice cream? A cherry. Just like that. Maybe I'm going to put some sprinkles. You know, my favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip. So maybe my cat is thinking about mint chocolate chip ice cream. Oh no. And I'm going to add a little more detail by making this a waffle cone. I love me a waffle cone. So there. I'm all finished with my line drawing. Now, if you need to erase some things, no problem. If things don't erase fully, no problem. You know why? Because we're going to color it a little bit later on. I want to show you real quick that when you want to erase something, let's say I wanted to erase part of this whisker. What I want to do is really hold my paper down with one hand and just erase lightly with my other hand, with my eraser. If I don't do that, if I don't hold it down, and maybe I just hold it in one spot like this, you can see what happens. My paper starts to move. But if you really brace your paper and hold on to it, then you can erase quite well. Oh, but the voice goes back. There we go. There's my cat. Now, this is as far as we're going to get today. We are going to continue with this on next Monday. So you can sit and admire your square one art at the beginning of your drawing and just put it aside, put it into a safe spot. You could put it back carefully, put it back into the bag that it came in, or you could set it under a book so it could really flatten out. The only thing I ask, friends, is that you don't fold it, all right? Just keep it in a nice, safe spot. All right, so we have come to the end of our lesson. What we're going to do is end with a mindfulness exercise, and this is what it's going to look like and sound like. It is called 1, 2, 3, clap. What I want you to do is open your arms out really wide, like you're going to give someone a giant hug. I want you to count 1, 2, 3, and clap your hands one time. Rub your hands together to make some energy. Now, put your hands on your tummy. Take a long, deep breath in. Let it out. Open your arms really wide again. Oh, feel the stretch. Count 1, 2, 3, and clap. Ooh, that was a good one. Rub those hands together faster this time. Really, really fast. And feel the warmth. That warmth is energy. Now put your hands over your heart. Take a long, deep breath in. And let it all the way out. Friends, I hope you have a wonderful day and have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you and see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.